Good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel and to another video in our Azure Databricks series. In today's video, we are going to explore how to connect Power BI and Power Apps to a Databricks serving model and use it to get real-time predictions. I've already covered how to create a Databricks serving model in a previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will leave the link in the description. Make sure to check it out so you have the full picture. This video will be a step-by-step walkthrough showing you exactly how to integrate your Databricks model with Power BI and Power Apps, unlocking powerful insights and interactive apps backed by machine learning. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into Azure Databricks and other data technologies. Let's dive in. Let's look at the serving endpoint that we'll be using for this particular video. And we will be using this serving endpoint, which is HDFC underscore high underscore price underscore prediction. Yeah. So now if you click on that, you will be able to get the endpoint URL. We will be using that. And also one important thing is like you need to create the access token for accessing your model. Yeah. Kindly look at my previous video where I've discussed like how to create an access token. Now let's open the Power BI desktop, yeah, and then let's try integrating Power Apps into the Power BI, okay? So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to click on this blank report here, yep, and then we have this option here, which is basically for Power Automate for Power BI. Let's click on that, yep. So now that we have it clicked, so what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to click on this one, the more option, and then click on edit here. Yeah. Once edit is clicked, you will be given an option as far as the Power Automate is concerned. If you see here, it is giving you all the details, like if you want to pick up the required templates that are available, then you will be able to do that. But what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to click on this new here and then click on Instant Cloud Flow. Now I will click on this plus new step, yep, and then search for HTTP, yep, and then we have this HTTP here, so I'll click on that, and then I will select this one here, which is HTTP here, yeah. So let's click on that. So the first thing is like you need to provide the method here. In my case, it is going to be post, and then you need to provide the URI. For that, what you need to do is like you need to go to the Databricks serving model, and then you can copy the URL from here. Yeah, and then let's go back to our Power BI, and then let's paste the URI here. Yeah, so I have pasted mine. And once this is done, what we'll do is like we will provide the required headers. The first header would be, in my case, it is going to be authorization. And then what you need to do is like you need to provide the access token. Yeah, the important thing here is like before the access token, you need to type this bearer value here. Yeah, you need to type bearer space and then the access token is what you need to provide. Yeah, if you don't provide the bearer keyword, then you will get an error. So it is better you keep this in mind. You need to provide the bearer keyword space and then the access token. So the next header would be content underscore content hyphen type, and that would be application JSON. Yeah. So once these two things are provided, what we basically have to do is like we basically have to go to the body here, and then we basically have to provide the required details. Yeah. So in my case, I will be providing these things because my model requires these inputs here. Yeah, the date, open value, high value, low value, and closed value. So basically what I'm doing is like I'm basically giving these things as input, and then what I'm basically asking the model is for a prediction for the next day. Okay, once these inputs are given, my model will do the stock price prediction for that particular script, and then it will provide us the prediction value back, and we can use that prediction value. Okay, so I have provided all the required details. Just a recap. The method is post. The URI is the URI value that we brought it from here, which is present in my serving model. Yep. Once the URI is provided, the two headers, the first one is authorization. I provided the access token, but before the access token, I have typed the keyboard bearer space, and then the second header is content type, which is basically application slash JSON. Okay, and then what I've done is like for the model, I have given my inputs within the body. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to click on save. Once the save is completed, what I'm going to do is like let me change this name to HDFC share price prediction. So this is the name that I'm going to give. So what I'll do is like let's click on save and then click on save and apply. Yep, this is done now. So now what we'll do is let's go back here. So if you see here, we have this created now. We have this flow created now. So what I'll do is like I'll go back to the report, and then what you can do is like you can change the things here. So for this particular, I will treat this as a button, and then I will change the name accordingly. For that, you need to go to the visualization and then click on the format your visual, and you have this button text here. Yeah. So what I'll do is like I will, instead of run flow, I will change it as click me. Yeah, just demo. So I'm just changing it as per my requirement. So let me change that. And then what we'll do is like I'm pressing control and then clicking on this. And if you see here, it is basically telling like it is triggering right now. Yeah, let's give it like some time, and then we will take it from there. If you see here, it is triggered now. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to click on that and then click on edit, and then let's wait for the application that we created be visible here. So if you see here, the application that we created is visible. Let's click on that, and then if you scroll down, it basically tells like this there is an execution going on right now. If you see here, the status is running. Let's wait for it to complete, and then we will look at the data. It's still running. Let's click on this all runs, and if you see here, it is still running. So let's give it some more time and then see what happens. It's succeeded now. So let's click on that. And then if you see here, we were able to see that the first step got succeeded, which is basically that we clicked on the Power BI, which actually triggered this particular Power Apps. So now, as far as the second step is concerned, if you see here, we basically provided the required inputs here. And if you see here, we are able to get the predictions back. So yeah, by following this method, what you can do is like you can use Power BI and then Power Apps to trigger your Databricks serving model to get required predictions. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.